Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today we have London Posse. How's life in London? Back from 1993. It's funny, right? Because being an old bastard like me, I think about 1993. I'm like, oh yeah, that's 10 years ago. Jesus, hard to believe, man. It's hard to believe that's 30 years ago. 30 years ago this song is from. Hey, it was on MTV too, man, which is so cool. MTV Raps. Never got an MTV in Canada. We had our own, at that time anyway, we had Much Music, and we had Rap City, it was called on that. But yeah, man, it's dope that this made it all the way over here. But without further ado, man, let's jump in. See what they got for us.
BBC World Service presents...
This is London.
Jesus Christ. I almost spit my coffee at the Jesus. The best part about that is the music, man. When it cuts over, it's awesome.
Enough things are going. Here in the just land.
Yeah.
Wanna big it up in New York?
Sure, bloody, cause it's like them I know say rough neck there England.
Yeah, joke. After you play back land there.
For real, you just tell them a little something.
What you tell them?
I tell them about the slimmies. What slimmies? The ones in electrics and I see them. Yep. Cause when I see them, I did a rap. What? You mean you didn't store? You know that. I dip, but weren't about to dive through on problem. I believe ya. Now watch the heat, we bring fever. Remember Rap Attack? I used to mac and stalk fever with the backing and more puff than...
Yo, bro, this has 1993 written all over. I love it. It has that Lords of the Underground feel to me, especially the back and forth that are going on. I hate that I don't know who all these cats are. I know this is Rodney P. It's a shame that I don't. I know. Forgive me. Yeah, man. This even the like that. There's certain sounds that you got used to listening to hip hop, man, and that one, you know what sound I'm talking about in that, man. It's that kind of that high pitched squeal sound. I should probably know what that's from, but that's the kind of sound you got used to, right? Back when in the golden years of hip hop, man. Right when the explosion started. Yeah, but this is great because this is high school all over again, man.
You mean you didn't store? You know that. I dip, but weren't about to dive through on problem. I believe ya. Now watch the heat, we bring fever. Remember Rap Attack? I used to mac and stalk fever with the backing and more puff than the Magic Dragon. Why the split look live? Because we put the whole bag in. I remember there was a slag in my old days of blagging. Enough man to get.
A nice little grin there, Rodney. Hey, we put the whole bag in. Look at that big smile on his face. That's awesome.
Because we put the whole bag in. I remember there was a slag in my old days of blagging. Enough man to get, but we don't ban a check. So we skip, find some 100 dips and we walk back the night spots. Cause that shit drop in 86, 85, 84 or whenever. I remember Mandy, she used to like leather. The freak to beat, freak long before Answer when I used to ride a scooter with a Honda bike master. And when we go to Tokyo to go, I was laughing London. And I take to Yali, got him a pop on, I was laughing London. And the weed man in Amsterdam says, I was laughing London. And what you tell them? Boy, I want you to listen to the way I strung her. I tell them about the raddies and the baddies on the manor. Who roll thick and quick to flip like Bruce Banner. I check my grammar. The girls in Japan love the slang. And the ones in Manhattan, they like the chatting, so it's easy spreading. I remember Burberry's in Aqua Scootin' jackets. We got to play Saxon and Shaka used to smash it with the ratchets. We used to play fight in the sunshine and laugh at the suckers getting stung on the front line. I used to do the jockey move to the Blackstones, getting flat in the days of Ferris slacks and beaver hats. A young youth coming up through puberty wasn't known for microphone and emboldened was still new to me. Used to clock the sweet things on Oxford Street and King's Road when I shopped up meat skins to ring, you know. And in Japan they say I talk like Damien, and Yank said I sound Australian, but Eminem. The Chinese girlies asked me how was life in London, and in New York the talk is always.
Yeah, it's so funny, right? Because I've talked about it before. Is the fact like there is a little bit of this disconnect in terms of, I don't know what it's like over there, but over here in Canada, like we're like we're like America's little brother, right? And through my entire childhood, it was very much anything that came out of Canada was not as good as it was already. Like without even hearing it, you automatically it's like that's not as good as what's coming out of America. And that's sitcoms, that's rap, that's authors, that's everything, anything you think of. If it came from America, it was immediately better than it was if it was Canadian, which is crazy to me that mindset. Uh, and then Maestro Fresh West was like probably like the biggest name actually that kind of had that crossover breakout for me as a kid. And I remember I went to Rap Fest '89, I think it was, and Maestro showed up with his posse, and they're all wearing their red jackets with the yellow writing on the back of it. I can't remember the name of it, but he was the first one, right? So I look at this and I think like these cats, man, even though they sound just as dope as Lord of the Underground, they have the swagger, they have the style. The accent's a little bit different, and immediately they'd be dismissed as less than American, which is probably what happened. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of cats who heard this on MTV and was laughing at it, dismissed it, but there was a lot of cats that didn't. But I'm saying there is a mindset where they immediately dismiss it and think that they're just pretending to be American. And I know that's something that was also the case. I haven't come across anybody yet, any of those songs, because I don't know if anyone ever recommends them, but coming across those artists that were changing their accent to sound American so they would be better, Americans would approve of them. And hey, man, I know that feeling because as an author, there's times when I'll want to set a whole story, say in Halifax or something, but I won't do that because I'll feel like, oh, if an American reads Halifax, they'll dismiss the novel immediately, which is that mindset. It's like weird that it's still in my head, but sorry for the ramble, man. But I was just thinking that just seeing that whole part and listening to the sound, listening to the beat changes, listen to the back and forth, that this isn't amateur shit, man. But the sad back then, and even now, it gets, because I run into it all the time, where I tried to get people to listen, and they have no interest, strictly because it's UK. But then they'll bitch and moan about how American hip hop is gone down the shitter, but they refuse to give UK hip hop a chance.
Skins to ring, and in Japan they say I talk like Damien. A Yank said I sound Australian, but Eminem. The Chinese girlies ask me how's life in London, and in New York the talk is always how's life in London. And all my honeys in a Rari ask me how's life in London. What you tell them? I tell them as a youth I used to stun them, and I used to be in love with that hun Carolina. Her daddy was from Jamaica and her mum come from China. She was shocking, so enough man was jockeying to grind her, cause she stuck with me even though I free time. But as a youth I was already used to jack the cheeks in London. Now we I got my favourite and a pack of cheese and onion. I stunned them in Japan, a black man that's always I want them back as crackers, so I couldn't sprat in Norway. As a youth, I spent the skins of finest cherries in the middle. If I like the wiggle, I call her Eliza Doolittle. Cause by Jove, I think she's got it. And if she's got it, I'ma get it, cause I wanna get into it. I used to wanna get intimate. They said I couldn't, now I can. Yes, I know I can, honey. The way I'm running things is real funny. As a little whippersnapper, it was plenty of money, you know. All the girls in Queens asked me how was life in London. Sing in the Philippines, they asked me how was life in London. And all my Spanish brethren asked me how was life in London. Shout all over the world, they're going how was life in London, 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 London.
Hello, who's that?
Yo, I'm calling Star, man. What's the story, London Posse?
What, Star? Them just landing up.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, and them boom up all over the place. New York, LA, West Coast, all
Thanks for
over.
a while, yeah?
I tell you what. And them murder them.
I almost wonder if that, I mean, this track was cool, man. And I almost wonder if that's almost like what I was talking about. This is almost their kind of answer to that question. Kind of like what I was talking about, right? Dismissing well, cats in London have no idea what it's like to live in LA. They have no idea what it's like to live in New York City. And this is kind of like, bro, just because there's Atlantic Ocean between us and we speak a little different, we're not much different, man. Life in London here is not a whole lot different than life in New York or life in LA. I wonder if that's why the thought behind this track. But that was cool, man. I mean, a lot of people asked for this over the last couple of years, and it is one of those tracks that's been stuck on my Throwback Thursday list. So this Classics Week is a perfect time to dive into that, man. And that was a cool track. I want to hear that again, because I know there's some times in that where I was listening solely to the music, and I had to catch myself. But just because I had that feel, man, it brought me back to that time. But cool track, man. Cool track. Another good one, man. I think tomorrow I have a Harry Love track coming at you. Harry Love, Verb T, and Kaiser. So I have that to look forward to. Maybe tomorrow I can knock a couple off because I'm enjoying this, man, and it looks like you guys are too. So keep the recommendations coming, and thanks for being here, be part of the channel, man, and thanks for letting me do this every day, because I enjoy it. And I love you cats, man. Until next time, stay safe, good to each other.